becoming an adult, you know?
Yeah. So this podcast, I become an adult. Tune in to learn more. And now the break.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And that someone else is, of course, me, Tanner. And I'm with Daniel, and it's just us two for this special episode of the Experience Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure if you listen to the hook, you're excited to see some personal character growth in my general vicinity. So, thank you.
Kind of become that lately. I'll say personal character growth on the show. If you haven't already listened to last week's episode about Chase, there was a bit of a trigger warning in there, but I think it's worth listening to. And then I feel like we did another one recently as well. Maybe we got into Anuja's life as well. So we've really been digging into people growing. So Tanner, how have you grown?
Wait, so did you actually you had Chase on, Chase and Daniel, and then there was actually a trigger warning?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it. Traumatic personal content. Wow. So we have some, great stories going on in the experience, and I'm really proud that the Experience Podcast can live up to its name of being about the human experience. Of course, an episode just released today. They always come out today on Tuesdays. So go ahead and listen to last week's. Just came out today. Well, I guess that doesn't make any sense because this is going to come out
today, but in the futures today.
Well, because I guess that last episode wasn't a special Valentine's Day themed. This one is.
Oh, okay.
So, Daniel, what'd you do for Valentine's Day?
I didn't really do anything.
No? You didn't call your boo?
I had the opportunity, but we didn't really do anything special.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, so does it have to be on the day? We just
no, it doesn't.
But 2 days beforehand, just because it has a schedule.
That's fine. That's what Valentine's Day is about. It's about not celebrating Valentine's Day. It's about getting candy the day after for half price. It's about the memories you make the week after and the week before. You know what I mean? That's what Valentine's Day is really about.
I went to the supermarket the day after Valentine's Day and they were fresh out of candy. I was kind of upset.
That's what real love is. It's the love of the deal. At the very essence.
I went flying in a Cessna for like half an hour.
Wait, really? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you fly over?
Just around Jacksonville.
Oh, that's nice. It's like scenic. Did you see who flew?
He's the pilot. Yeah.
No way! Oh shit, that is way cool then. Okay, wait, I thought you, I was imagining, I didn't know he got his pilot's license yet.
Yeah, they let him fly now, which is...
Without an instructor?
Without anyone. Well, it depends on the plane, obviously. He's still learning the one he's going to be flying for the Navy, but as far as Cessnas and other kind of smaller planes, he can, if he's seen it before, just needs to do a couple test flights.
Yeah.
They sign you off.
So, wow. Okay, wow. That's great. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, so we did that for a bit. I think that was, I want to say Monday. And Valentine's Day was Tuesday, right? Yeah. So we did it the day before.
So did you have, work off, or...
Yeah, I was...
You just weren't working that week? You had an off week? Because that's how your schedule works.
Yeah, I happened to be off, and he also happened to be off, I think. Oh, you know what they did? Well, I don't know if I should share this, but he had it off for the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
For some reason, his squadron let them have the day off for the Super Bowl.
Well, the day after, because it was Monday.
Yeah, the day after. Well, I guess you get
the recovery period. Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Yeah. You got any post Super Bowl stories? I'm shifting. I guess I could share my Valentine's Day if you wanted to know.
Yep. Stay focused, Tanner.
Yeah. Okay, and then we can talk about. That's what the experience is. It's a free flowing, human experience. I think is the core essence of this podcast. But what I did for Valentine's Day, I took my girlfriend out to an escape room. We had recently been watching Kaleidoscope, and which is that Netflix show about a bank heist. And well, she's stolen my heart, so I was like, well, what about an escape room that's bank heist themed? So I called ahead and asked them if they could put like a little note, special little tribute in the escape room, and they went ahead and just did that. And so we found like a little note, which was kind of funny because she was like, wait, how does this have my name in there? Like once you open something and it reveals it, it's like, how does this have my name? And she started to read it, and she's like, I don't want to get tear up in front of the camera operator hint guy. So, but she liked the note and liked the message. And then we went out to dinner after at a nice restaurant in Sandy Springs.
Really, you could afford the new apartment and all the other life changes. I mean, Tanner, you gotta budget yourself here.
Well, I think you can tell I've been saving up. I've been living at home for a while, so yeah. It was kind of expensive, but like, you gotta take your girl out. You know what I mean? You gotta treat her right. You know what I mean? You gotta treat her right. You gotta treat them right, is what I should be saying. Because who knows? Who knows what? I know, I don't want to be canceled. So I gotta keep gender neutral pronouns. We have to keep them. We gotta hold them down. That's what they mean. You know what I mean? Hold them down.
Just move on.
Okay, move on. And then we went to a home park kind of shindig. Stefan, my brother, was performing at a couple of bands, so it was nice to see him. I've never been to like a home park. Like they do live music home park. You know what I mean? So a couple different houses in home park had music, and you could kind of house hop. So we went over to Chiba Hut for the first time, pre-gamed, and then went over to Stefan's house, pre-gamed some more, and then checked out some apartments, and then went back to Stefan's. It was all in all a really fun night. So
it sounds like you spent a lot of time with your brother on Valentine's Day.
Well, this was on Friday, so for the actual Valentine's Day, we did something different. It was just something simple, little flowers, a little candy, a little nice home cooked meal with some wine. Do you know what I mean? Something simple like that. Because like I don't want to go out to the restaurants; they're expensive. They have the jacked up prices. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Like I feel weird going out on Valentine's Day. I'd rather do something more personal on Valentine's Day and then go out the weekend after before. Besides, weekends make for, better dates anyway. Like, it's a Tuesday. You're tired. Like, you just got back from work. Like,
You're tired when you got back from work that day?
Yeah, a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like you're tired now.
Well, today was a long day. It's
also Tuesday.
Oh, I'm getting a call. It is also a Tuesday, a week later than Valentine's Day, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's what I did for.
Do you need...
No. I'm just texting ETA, and just let him know I'll be available in like 30 minutes. So what about Super Bowl? What did you do for the Super Bowl?
Tanner, I hope you were talking that time.
Hello?
Oh, I lost connection.
Yeah, it was. Super Bowl. What were your Super Bowl plans?
My Super Bowl plans, that happened?
Yes.
We didn't do it. We just stayed and watched it. We ended up, so we fell for the oldest trick in the book. I don't know. So Owen doesn't really like sports, right? So he has no affiliation or attachment to watching the Super Bowl. But he got an ad for pizza in the mail. And
Uh-huh.
said, well, we got to get pizza. And I remember maybe a few years ago, and this is in Atlanta, obviously, so it's different than Jacksonville, but like ordering pizza in the Super Bowl, it took like half the game to get the delivery.
Yeah. It always takes forever.
Like this showed up in like 25 minutes, maybe even less than that. So we got way too much food, and we ended up having to split it into 2 meals. So that's really all we did. You know, nothing crazy. It's we don't go out.
Did your team win, so to speak?
Well, a lot of people are Eagles fans, so
Mm-hmm.
they wanted me to root for the Eagles, and the Eagles. For any of our listeners that know, the Eagles did not win.
Yeah, they actually really didn't.
They really did.
You could say that they really didn't. So,
Tanner, what kind of big bash did you have for the big game?
I'm so glad you asked. What did I do? More like, what didn't I do? What did I even do? I think I watched it with my parents. I was just asking if you did something special, but I can remember, because I tangentially brought this up. I remember when the Falcons played the Patriots, and they had that horrific loss. I remember the day after it was school. I was still in high school, senior year, and I get called in to the front of the like class, like one of the I guess, well, it was the vice principal of the school, I think. Vice principal of the school, then he was principal after I left, and then actually just recently, like a year ago, he got arrested. He got arrested for drunk driving and having a gun in his car, and yeah, he wasn't a great guy. But I guess he had a rare human moment of kindness, because he was like, hey, you know, hey, dumbass, you left your car keys in your car with the engine running. But he's like, but I get it, because like the Falcons just lost. You know, it's hard to come back from that crushing defeat. We're all still reeling. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that's what it was. That's what happened. So
Not that that's a regular thing.
What?
Not that that's who you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think I was just absent. I don't know. You know, sometimes you just, you know.
No, I don't. I really don't know, but sure.
Sometimes it be that way. That's just the truth of it. Sometimes it be that way, and it do, but sometimes it is. So yeah, so that's what happened. That was my one fun Valentine's Day story. Or sorry, Valentine's Day plus Super Bowl story. But in terms of other questions, you know, what did you do for President's Day? Because that also just came up. We're doing a holiday recap. It's a holiday recap episode.
Tanner, there's nothing I can do about the internet. I'll try to piece the show together. But
I know you're gonna have your work cut out for you here.
This is tough. President's Day. What did I do for President's Day? Oh, was that yesterday?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, I was working.
So
Was I supposed to do something?
no, you really.
You have the day.
I didn't have the day off now. I know a bunch of kids in school did though, so good for them, because that's what it's about. You know, it's about having the day off.
Going off that, okay. I got my hair cut today. Thank you for asking. And
Oh wow. Oh wow, yeah, really.
And it's like the only place in town, okay, so I get it. But it was packed today, okay? Tons of kids, and not just the kids, but their parents, the dad and the mom, you know, they're all there. The whole family's there at the barbershop to get haircuts. Why are there so many kids at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday? And moreover, are the parents, so the kids are not at school clearly, are the parents not at work too? Does no one go to school or work here?
This sounds like your routine, your comedy routine. Does no one go to school here? Come on.
Well,
I'm asking, huh?
what was going? I mean, it didn't make any sense. I was like, why is this packed? I waited probably an hour and a half for a haircut.
Yeah, that's too long to wait. It is one of those holidays that kind of sneaks up on you. You're like, oh, it's President's Day today. I guess I got to put out my Joe Biden tribute jar or whatever. I don't know.
Well, no, but this is today. This is Tuesday. It's not President's Day anymore. You can't unless they just made it a 4-day.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, like teachers are striking, everything's expensive. Fuck it.
You know what? I also went grocery shopping today, and that was very expensive.
Well, that's also due to President's Day. That's no coincidence. It's actually President's Week. All Saints Wait, it's actually Fat Tuesday. That's probably what it is. Fat Tuesday, food costs more. It's a fat tax. You can think of it as. So.
Yeah. All right, Tanner. I have a plan for this internet, but it's risky.
Go ahead. You got it.
I'm gonna have to reset my internet completely. So you're gonna have to vamp for like 3 minutes or so.
Okay? 3 minutes? I don't think we can do that. Why don't we just stop it and you splice that things together?
Okay, yeah. Well, I just want to keep the recording going because it's easier if it's just one more recording.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Well, that'd be easier.
I can try.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just gonna unplug the router.
Give me a topic though. You have to give me a topic before you undo it, and I can ramble. You know,
well, you're getting a new place, so I think the listeners want to hear what kind
of Okay. I think
layout gonna look. What furniture, artwork, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna unplug my router and replug it in, so it's probably gonna be about a 3-minute total process.
Got it. Hey everybody! So on this episode of the podcast, in terms of personal growth, I'm moving, so that's kind of a big change. I'm moving to the Vinings area of Georgia, moving with my friend Carl. We got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in about 25 minutes walk away from the Battery, so that's kind of nice to have that connection to a little bit of a social scene where you have people around your age group. So that's Vinings is a popping place. So we have that going for us. In the past couple of weeks, I've been on the hunt for furniture as I'm trying to furnish my apartment in a way that is a little bit more adult compared to the college way of doing things, which is just crisscross, hodgepodge, whatever you can kind of scramble to get. I'm trying to get a more cohesive look for the apartment and trying to make it a little bit nicer in that way. So it's one of the things I care more about now. So it's an exciting time. I've been a little bit busier with that and on top of work and, gathering stuff, but it's exciting. And I think it's a growth point for Tanner. So that's what, we bring ourselves to, is the Tanner emotional growth point of the, podcast. And so thank you for those who have been along the journey. I appreciate that. And I'm going to turn it over to Daniel, who's going to ask, some questions about, where we are and what our meaning in the world is and where our place and how we fit into, plans for ourselves or plans for others,
I didn't know we were doing that. Our plans for our workplace and other, man, too.
Yeah.
Today is top notch.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know what? It sounded like you kind of wanted to talk about your personal growth. I think if people know you, maybe they haven't interacted with you in a long time. Maybe they think of the old Tanner, right? Or maybe perhaps the young Tanner who was immature and maybe stubborn.
He could be.
Lacked emotional intelligence.
And what else? He was stupid, ugly, and I hated him.
Yeah, ugly.
Ugly, dumb. He's stupid, ugly, dumb, broke, foolish. I don't know. I can't think. What would Garfield describe me as, Daniel? If you were Garfield, and I was, I guess, Tanner, but also I guess it's like you would describe me like John. If Garfield was you. That doesn't make any sense.
I think we can move past that. I think we're moving on to the new Tanner.
Yes.
Is the point. So how has Tanner grown?
Yeah.
Days.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it really has. No, I've been doing good. You know, I've been living my best self, living my best life.
Well, I mean, we you hit on it when we a few minutes ago. You know, you're moving to your own place for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 years, so it's not too late in life.
No, not really. I'm only 30 years old, so.
No, but, you're moving out, which was kind of always the plan, but it's been delayed probably for the past couple of years, right? I mean, just kind of because of other things that have happened. But
so it's a kind of a big touch point in the next chapter of my life, right? It signifies that next chapter. So I'm looking forward to it, and on the next time that I'm on the podcast, I'm sure you'll hear more about how the move went and how I'm doing over in the Vinings area. So thank you so much for listening to this special Valentine's Day episode of the podcast. I appreciate it. And if you listened and got this far, please leave an audio message, an audio comment on anchor.fm/the-experience. That is our preferred listening platform for the Experience podcast. No, we do not get any promotions. And Daniel has something to add to that.
No. You can listen on any audio format except for anything but YouTube.
Anything but YouTube, please. We beg. But thank you so much for getting this far.
Listen on YouTube. YouTube is fine. YouTubers. But yeah, the ad revenue only goes through non-YouTube sources. So
yeah, which we don't need. It's about the experience. We don't need a podcast.
Well,
we don't need a revenue. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say.
No, we don't need a podcast. No, you don't. You can listen on YouTube, but then just download it on Spotify. You know, like that, or just click on it. If you click on Spotify, then we still get it. You don't have to listen to it twice, right? Or if you still want to listen on YouTube, just kind of make it a habit. Like you open the YouTube tab, open another tab and download it somewhere else, and that's what helps it helps the engagement. Tanner is what we're trying to reach after.
Yes, precisely.
That's the engagement. Tanner, you
No, I'm not engaged. No. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening.